Today, a new candidate officially jumped into the race for Rhode Island governor, General Treasurer Seth Magaziner.
12 News politics editor Ted McKee was at the kickoff, and he joins us now with the story. Ted?
Seth Magaziner would be the first millennial to serve as Rhode Island governor, but he faces an increasingly crowded field of rivals for the job.
I love Rhode Island.
Democrat Seth Magaziner making it official Tuesday.
I'm running for governor because I believe that the economic future of our state hangs in the balance in this election, and we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build an economy that is bigger and stronger and fairer and more inclusive.
Flanked by supporters as well as his wife Julia, the two-term treasurer kicked off his campaign outside a Pawtucket school being built with bond money that he helped champion.
The three things that we are going to focus on are education, innovation, and infrastructure.
Magaziner becomes the third Democrat to formally launch a campaign for governor, joining Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea and second-time candidate Dr. Luis Daniel Munoz.
I understand that people are going to be putting their name in, and they have the right to do that.
All three challengers seeking to take on incumbent Dan McKee, who became governor in March. McKee tells 12 News he's waiting until next year to kick off his campaign.
Right now, my job is to keep the people safe, get shots in the arm, keep the economy going, get our kids back to school safely.
In his speech, Magaziner slammed the culture on Smith Hill.
The only way that we are going to rebuild Rhode Island's economy is if we move past the cronyism and the old school politics that have been the mark at the State House for far too long.
But he refused to take reporters' questions at the event in Pawtucket. Why won't you take questions now, Treasurer?
Right? We're taking questions today.
But we're all here.
Yeah.
At your kickoff.
Later this afternoon.
You're doing something Alan Fung did.
Like it or not, one of the big factors in any campaign is cash. And coming up new at 6, we'll take a look at which of the candidates heads into the election year with the most money. Ted McKee, 12 News.
From your local election headquarters today, General Treasurer Seth Magaziner kicked off his campaign to be the next governor of Rhode Island. New at 6, 12 News politics editor Ted McKee has a closer look at the race for campaign cash.
Political analysts say Dan McKee will have a big head start in next year's race as the incumbent governor, but Magaziner has an advantage of his own: money.
Let's get to work.
Seth Magaziner throws his hat in the ring for Rhode Island governor, calling for universal pre-K, net zero carbon emissions, and more spending on broadband.
We are at a critical moment where we need bold and creative action to transition our state to a 21st century economy where everyone can have a chance to succeed.
Elected general treasurer in 2014, Magaziner is a 38-year-old graduate of Brown and Yale. He lives on Providence's east side.
This is the place where I grew up. It is where Julia and I have chosen to make our home. It is where a few months from now our child will be born.
Magaziner is the third Democrat to enter the race, following Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea and second-time candidate Dr. Luis Daniel Munoz, all three hoping to dislodge Democratic Governor Dan McKee, who inherited the office from Gina Raimondo when she left in March. He's waiting until next year for a kickoff.
The time will come, and then when it comes, I'm taking notes, that's for sure.
While McKee is now the incumbent, he's not the financial leader so far. Campaign finance filings show Magaziner on top with $1.5 million on hand. McKee a distant second with $716,000, followed by Gorbea with $668,000. Munoz a bit over $3,000.
These people had planned on running when Gina Raimondo was governor. She was going to be termed out. Just because Dan McKee inherited the post, they're not stepping out of the race. They feel there's still an opportunity for them to move up to the governorship.
And there are still multiple Democrats on the sidelines who could decide to jump into the race for governor. They include Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza, former Secretary of State Matt Brown, and former CVS executive Helena Folks. Ted McKee, 12 News.